Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's the 20th of January 2023. Let's talk about Microsoft. I know it was on, the headline yesterday that they was laying off 10,000 employees, and did it have an impact on the stock? Not really, because the market the day before was already going down. So I think the overall weakness was already on the mentality of the market. But today will definitely give us a chance to see whether or not the market had digested that information and if it's going to have any impact on the stock. So let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Did a video on Microsoft. First of all, on the 11th of January, telling you all price is going to go up 3.2%, 3.02% was created the next day. Market topped out in Microsoft all the way around 242, which is around 6% market move there. So let's talk, okay, because we're still trending between these two lines on the chart. I wanted to show you all the 2-weekly chart first. And we're not really seeing any follow through. Like when you see this on the 3-weekly chart as well, what we have is a probable precursor of strength. So this market is very stable right now. This whole area is stability, meaning that the market has found a very nice area to find value, to where buyers and sellers can come together and they think that they're buying something at a cheap price, or sellers think that they're selling something at an expensive price. This is where all of that congestion is going on now. This current 3-weekly price bar is what I term a probable precursor of strength. That simply means that on the next 3-weekly price bar, we need to see Microsoft close above this close here. It has to do it in order for us to know if buyers are actually edging out against the sellers. We're not seeing that yet. So it's kind of like a wash still in the market in Microsoft. Here it is on the 5 weeks. Here it is on the monthly. It's a struggle. Like from a probable basis as to which side the market's going to win, it's like 50-50. Like the sellers can still dump price in Microsoft. Buyers can also move the market up. When you see this type of price chart, this is opportunities to where you just want to kick back and wait until you actually see which side of the market is winning. This is very hard to determine what side of the market is actually going to move the market. And right now it is. And when I usually see this, I usually don't come in and drop targets and drop price predictions because it's very hard to determine who's winning. This is a market that the market makers actually doing an excellent job at, right? This is how they want to produce market action, because they're making the area between the spread of the bids and the ask. They're making the money in between those two gaps, right in between $250 and $220. Okay. So in terms of Microsoft laying off and will it have impact on price, looking at the chart, I would have to say that from a percentage basis, sellers have it out against the buyers, but only by slight, like maybe 55% to 50. 55 to 45. That's like, they don't have a big edge against the market like that. I don't see a massive amount of weakness on these charts. And then I also don't see a whole lot of buying either. But let me show you something as to why I say that sellers have a slight edge against the buyers. I'm going to draw these arrows here on the chart, and I want us to see that whenever price goes down, price always goes down faster than it does going up, right? So when we look at these price bars, this is the 2-day price bar. So every price bar that we're looking at now is 2 days worth of price action. Okay. Now, when we saw prior to this 2-day price bar being created on January the 3rd, the market in Microsoft was simply consolidating, right, on these 3 2-day price bars. So 6 days of price action, the market in Microsoft just consolidated. But then we got to 1 2-day price bar to where it literally erased all of the buyers who supported price in Microsoft at 235. That tells me that sellers won. Now, again, when you see the next 3 days, the next 3 2-day price bars, which is 6 days total, the buyers were bringing the market up in Microsoft. But then again, you get hit with one 2-day price bar that literally erased the last 4 days of trading of buyers moving the market up. That is how you can tell that the market is slightly weaker than it is given a strength. And then another thing, you can see where the market is, instead of it making higher lows, it's making lower highs. Let me show you what I mean. So here is a high. Okay, the market in Microsoft, well, actually it was up here, but I'll take it down there at 255. That was a high. Okay, price came down, and here was another high. Okay, now on this 2-day price bar here, we made a lower high. You guys can see how price is trending lower. So on this next move, like if buyers come back in and fall in this 2-day price bar here, let's say that they only take price up to here, another lower high. That's how you can tell whether or not the market in Microsoft is trending bearish or trending bullish. We're making lower highs in the market. Now, you can do the same thing the opposite direction as well too, to see if the market is making higher lows, right? It's not really making higher lows. You got the low right here, all the way down here at 213. You have the next low here around 220. The next low will have to come in around like 225. So if we're trying to gauge how low price can go in Microsoft, it would be around 227, 228. That is where we need to see buyers come into the market in Microsoft. Okay. On the hourly chart, I'm still seeing weakness too. So my prediction would be for price to continue to go down initially. But let me show you. Like I said, 228, 230. It's like another 2% move to the downside from where the market currently is trading. I would say 227. So it's like another 2% move. So I'm not going to put a price prediction on that because it's so small. But I want us to really kind of kick back and see the market continue to work itself out in terms of how or who's going to control the price movement. But like I said earlier, from the perspective of what we've seen on the charts, it just seems as if the sellers have a slight edge against the buyers right now. But if we continue to see the buyers make higher lows, then the buyers may stage a comeback and actually continue to push the price up in Microsoft. But until then, I think we need to lean a little bit more towards price and Microsoft being weak. Okay, just a little bit more weak. Okay, so go ahead and give me your thoughts though. I'm not going to put a price prediction on here, but hopefully the things that I've said, things that I've shown you, kind of tells you what I'm thinking in terms of price action, where it's going to go. The reason why I'm not putting on a price prediction is because the market move is going to be so small as to where I think buyers are going to try to appear in the market. That 2% move to the downside, it really wouldn't do too much. So that gives us more opportunity to see the price action on the weekly time frame. I definitely don't want to see in the next 8 hours the market in Microsoft close at 226. But we'll see. Give me your thoughts though. Let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.